Good morning, Math 2. This is Mr. Hewitt. Today is the 3rd of April. I hope you guys are doing okay and are ready for today's lesson. Well, let me share my screen with you at this time so that you can see the student-facing document for today. There you go. So again, you will be learning how to solve systems of linear equations using the elimination method. In the last lesson, Wednesday's lesson, you learned how to solve systems of linear equations using the substitution method. Today, you'll be learning how to solve systems of linear equations using the elimination method. Okay? So, at this time, I'd like you guys to pause this video, watch the video in the link below. It's about 20 minutes long, and then resume playing this video. Okay, so pause this video, watch that video, pay special attention, and resume playing this video after you're done watching that video. Great, how was that? Hope you understood what was taught there. In any case, we're going to do another example together. If you look at page 3, number 1, we have a system of two equations. The first equation is negative 4x minus 2y is equal to negative 12. The second equation is 4x plus 8y is equal to negative 24. So at this time, I'm going to go back to full screen mode so you can see my whiteboard, and we'll do this problem together. Okay, so on my whiteboard, I have the problem written down for you, okay? The first thing you're going to want to do here is to look for a variable to eliminate. Now, you'll notice that there are two variables, and by variables, obviously we mean the letters, right? Our two variables here are x and y. Now, the goal is to eliminate one of the terms with either x or y, okay? So you're trying to eliminate either the term with the x's or with the y's, all right? You're trying to eliminate either the terms with the x's or with the y's. So we're going to draw a line here, okay? And we are going to be adding these together. That is how we're going to eliminate these. We're going to add them together. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that the x terms both have the same coefficient, except that one is negative, okay? You have negative 4x, and you have a positive 4x. So clearly, when we add these together, we are going to get 0, okay? 0x, all right? And over here, we have negative 2y plus 8y, and clearly that's going to give us 6y. And on the right side of both equations, we have a negative 12 and a negative 24. When we add those together, clearly that gives us 36, but a negative 36. Okay, negative 36. You add in two negatives, you get a negative. All right. So I can rewrite this. 0x's just means that there are no x's. So I'm left with 6y is equal to negative 36. Now at this point, I still need to solve for y. So what I'm going to do here is divide both sides by 6. This goes back to solving linear equations, okay? And when I divide the left side by 6, I get y. When I divide the right side by 6, if you look carefully, I'm dividing a negative number by a positive number. So my result is going to be negative. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So y is equal to negative 6. But we're not done yet. We need to solve for x. So what we're going to do is replace y in any one of these two equations with -6. Now I'm going to pick the second equation, okay? So you can pick any one, by the way, but I'm going to pick the second one. No particular reason, except that it starts out positive, okay? So I have 4x plus 8y. But instead of writing y, I'm going to write -6 because I now know that y is -6. Okay? Is equal to -24. Is equal to -24. Now I'm going to simplify this. So I have 4x positive 8 times a -6 is going to give us -48. If you guys are having trouble with integers or signed numbers, you can always use your calculators, okay? But a positive number multiplied by a negative number gives you a negative result, okay? All right, is equal to -24, okay? Now, I want to get my like terms together. So if I look at this, I can see that there are two terms without an x and only one term with an x. So I'm going to try to get this term with this term. I therefore need to find a way to move this -48 over to the right side. That way, I'm going to have my x term on the left and my non-x term on the right, or terms on the right. So in order for me to get this -48 to the right side, I'll need to do something that will make it 0 on this side. The only thing I can do here that will make this 0 is to add 48. Because when I add 48 to -48, I get 0, which is what I want. And because we're dealing with equations, whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I am also going to add 48 to this side, okay? Because I add 48 here, I have to add 48 here as well. All right, so on the left side, I am left with just the 4x. On the right side, when I add 48 to -24, I am left with a positive 24. Okay. -24 plus 48 is equal to 24. Again, you can use your calculators if you have trouble with signed numbers. All right, now I still need to solve for x. I have 4x is equal to 24. So I'm going to, again, divide here by 4. By doing that, I'm able to get x, because 4 divided by 4 is 1, and so I'm left with 1x is equal to, I have to do the same to this side. Because I divide by 4 here, I have to divide by 4 here, because again, we're doing equations. And equations have to be balanced, all right? 24 divided by 4 is 6. So this is telling me that x is 6 and y is -6. So we write our answer as an ordered pair. 6, -6. And that's our final answer, okay? And you can always check this by putting these numbers back into both equations for x and y. So you'd put 6 in for x and -6 in for y. And you should solve the left side to see if it equals the right side. So when you put 6 and -6 into the first equation and simplify it, you should get -12 on the left side, just like it is on the right side, all right? When you do the same to the second equation, when you put 6 in for x here and -6 in for y here, and you solve that left side, you should get -24. And that tells you that your solution is correct, okay? So At this time, guys, I would like you to attempt your independent practice as well as your exit ticket. And as usual, you're going to submit your exit ticket through Google Classroom. Now, as I always say, if after watching the video once, you don't fully understand, rewatch the video as many times as you need in order to fully understand the concept. And you also have me during our live sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you have questions about this topic, see me next week, Tuesday. I'm going to be posting a link, and we're going to start using Google Hangouts for our live sessions so that we can see each other face to face. So look out for that link in Google Classroom. Okay, my Google Hangouts link. Look out for that in Google Classroom. And see you guys on Monday. So have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and God bless.